And where is everyone else?
Beats me. They must have had some other matters to deal with.
Matters? You mean they have more important affairs to attend to than my return?
Well, see, there's this Organization 13 that keeps getting in the way.
Let those fools play their little game.
But what about that runt with the Keyblade? He's been a real pain too.
Oh, has he? Very well then. I suppose you'd best tell me what's happened during my absence.
Now I wonder where that old album could be. Queen Minnie! It's horrible! Something's wrong in the hall of the Cornerstone! There's real sharp thorns everywhere! Oh, King Mickey, I wish you could hear me. The castle is in danger. We've got to do something soon. Donald? Goofy? Where are you?
This is your castle. Must be nice to be home, huh? Well?
You know, something just don't feel quite right.
Yeah! Move it! Let's go! Queen Minnie needs to see you! The castle's in danger! Hurry, to the library!
Oh no! We gotta hurry! Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully. I apologize for bursting your eardrums, but welcome back to the Kingdom Hearts II commentary. Yeah, we now return to Disney Castle, which, I'm sure I probably brought this up many a year ago in the Kingdom Hearts 1 commentary, but yeah. As you can tell by the very boxy level design, this was initially intended to be a world in Kingdom Hearts 1. Why they cut it out, I can't exactly remember at this point in time, but, yeah, they brought it back for Kingdom Hearts 2, and, well, it's not really a world that I'd say I like very much. I mean, it's not bad, it's just kind of, eh? I was gonna comment on the theme of Disney Castle, which, again, is meant to be the Mickey Mouse March, but yeah, excuse me. But every time I hear it, I can't help but think of the 20th Century Fox thing, you know, with a brum-brum, ba-da-num-brum, ba-da-na-na-na-na-brum-brum, which is kind of fitting, because now they're owned by Disney. But yeah, as you can tell by the boxy level design, I'm pretty sure the geometry is pretty much reused. I'm pretty sure you actually even saw, like, a bit of gameplay footage, like in a very early KH1 trailer for a lot of the areas that we're going to be seeing. Again, a lot of this will look familiar for you, like, I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 1, this is where we first met Donald and Goofy. Again, you pretty much go to, like, the main throne room with the jokey small door with a large door thing. And, yeah, there is more to this world than, meets the eye, but we won't be getting to that until next time. But as for anything else, this is pretty much where you get to learn the closest amount of, well, I guess the mythology behind the Kingdom Hearts incarnations of Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Which is kind of bizarre, really, because, like, they don't really go into that, I guess maybe for the sake of Disney's desire to kind of preserve the ageless quality of the characters. But, I mean, in terms of the Kingdom Hearts mythos specifically, you get to see at least slightly more about what these characters have to do with, you know, light, darkness, and all that kind of thing. Which, I mean, in this case is guarding the Cornerstone of Light, as you saw that little chamber that Minnie entered earlier on. I don't know, like, I mean, the Kingdom Hearts series never really delves into how exactly these characters got involved in the whole light versus darkness struggle. Well, I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 does kind of delve into this, as we're soon going to be seeing. Birth by Sleep also somewhat. Dream Drop Distance is kind of weird in that aspect, because I feel like it kind of does, but also doesn't in certain aspects. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I guess near as my interpretation can go for at least what we're going to be seeing here, it seems to be like a generational kind of thing. Like, you know, these characters have like a family lineage that defend the Cornerstone of Light, Or unless they're meant to be the same characters all throughout the It's kind of weird, you know what, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we finally get there, but... yeah, in the meantime, we have to stop all the Heartless, and kind of going into this a little bit more, Disney Castle has apparently been sieged before, again with the whole thing about Pete causing trouble for ages and getting exiled by the king. But I mean, if it was this easy for Maleficent to launch an attack on Disney Castle, why didn't she do so before? I mean, she seems to be doing reasonably well. I guess maybe Mickey's presence probably would have been the difference maker, but even still. I don't know, it's quite bizarre. Anyway, you really don't need to fight all these Heartless. I mean, you pretty much just have to run all the way towards the other chamber over there. The Cornerstone of Light is sealed, as is the primary throne room, but we can't access it. Only the Royal Vizier and the Queen can access it. So let's stop wasting time. I was pretty much only using this as an opportunity to exploit fire, which, again, as I mentioned before, is not really as useful as it was in Kingdom Hearts 1 because it's AoE based rather than, you know, being your projectile weapon. I guess that's what Ice is for, but it doesn't really home in the same way that fire did in KH1. So yeah, like, I mean, is this meant to be Mickey himself, or is this meant to be like a family lineage kind of thing? The series has a very conflicting tone about that kind of thing. Also, welcome to the central room for Kingdom Hearts Coded, a game which I'm not sure if I'm going to be covering, but if I am, then, God help us. All these books. But yeah, I'm not really too sure what this castle is meant to represent in the grand scheme of things. I think... well, a bit of Kingdom Hearts 3 actually does kind of provide an interesting theory as to that, but I mean, if this is where the Cornerstone of Light is located, then, probably says some quite important things about Disney Castle, so, yeah, probably best not to let it be swallowed into darkness, which might have actually been the thing that influenced Mickey to become a Keyblade wielder, if my theory is to be believed.
Your Majesty, Queen Minnie, we're back!
You're here.
Your Royal Highness, did you happen to summon us?
Yes.
Where's the king?
Excuse him, this is our friend Sora.
Sora! The king told me all about you in his letters. He said you're a very brave young man.
So, do you know where he is?
Your Majesty, what your Heartless doing in your castle?
Oh my, so those are the Heartless.
Don't worry, we'll take care of him.
I know I can count on you, Sora. Now there's something I'd like all of you to come and see. Would you please escort me to the audience chamber?
What?
I forgot to warn everyone else in the castle about the danger. We must be sure they're hidden somewhere safe.
Okay, we'll go tell them.
The whole castle?
We just gotta split up, Donald.
I'll make sure that everyone knows what's going on.
No, Sora, you just get lost.
Okay, then I'll stay with the queen.
Good.
Alrighty then, see you later.
The audience chamber, right, ma'am?
Yes, Sora. Let's be on our way.
So that's pretty much our context-sensitive mission for this game, or the Pish mission. Except this one isn't really so bad because, yeah, Minnie isn't just a pretty face, she actually can defend herself in this upcoming segment. I mean, obviously she isn't combat capable, but again, she does have some very powerful light magic, which, is quite surprising. Also, to discuss voice actor trivia for a moment, yeah, I believe that is Russi Taylor, who, I think was also the voice of Martin Prince from, The Simpsons. And, yeah, another funny thing, she was actually married to Wayne Orwin, I believe, who was the voice of Mickey Mouse, so... yeah, bit of a bizarre thing, actually. I mean, I suppose in a way it's kind of magical and that sort of thing, where you couldn't really, like, fake that sort of chemistry, but yeah, she sadly did pass away, I think... was it before or after Kingdom Hearts 3's release? I think it might have been a little bit after, but... yeah, sadly she's no longer with us. Anyway, basically, in a similar manner to protecting Megara from the Hercules world, basically you gotta defend Minnie. Except she actually does have defensive capabilities. She'll basically launch a Pillar of Light, and that will expel the Heartless. So basically it's basically a game of red light, green light, really. Just tell her to stop and go until you reach the door. But that's only part 1.
Just one moment. As soon as the trouble started, I made sure to seal this room. Now then, shall we? Not here too!
I got him.
Oh no! Ugh, God, how can I still get my voice that high? Puberty's been over for fucking years at this point. But anyway, yeah. This is not quite as difficult as as it really needs to be, provided you at least did an adequate job of protecting Minnie in the earliest segments. This is also where you'll get the most usage out of the bolt reversal command, but yeah. Once again, basically it's a game of red light, green light. Use Minnie's ability to use light pillars at your discretion to blast back the bolt reversals. And again, basically just get her to keep on moving. Again, so long as you keep a gradual pace and don't get too careless, you should be alright. And again, as you can see here, she's got powerful light magic. And I suppose if I could say absolutely anything else while we're rummaging around here. Yeah, I believe, at least if the implication of Dream Drop Distance is anything to go by, I think Minnie is meant to be the true, well, at least the true herald of the royal name in terms of Disney Castle. I don't know, because, like, I mean, there's an adaptation of the Three Musketeers in Dream Drop Distance, which seems to imply that Mickey kind of married into power. At least if that's the extent of Mickey and Minnie's relationship is meant to be in the Kingdom Hearts series, but I don't know. It's quite interesting, really. And again, you probably won't have a chance to see it. I think I might get a better shot of it by the time we're done with all this, but see over there, a visage of Donald and Goofy. Is that meant to be Donald and Goofy themselves, or is that their ancestors? I can't say for certain. So again, I don't know, there's a lot of ground left to be explored, but again, I suppose for the fact that Disney is very protective of their IPs, you know, we probably won't get any of that sort of context. But anyway, by the time you reach the throne, yeah, things are pretty much safe, so enjoy the cutscene and behold the revelations.
Come on, give me a break. Whoa!
The room below is called the Hall of the Cornerstone. Our castle has always been safe from worlds that are evil, thanks to the Cornerstone of Light, which we keep down there.
The Cornerstone of Light?
This is the castle's cherished cornerstone. Oh, but look! The thorns, they must be the work of someone very evil. I wonder what this could mean.
Huh?
Maleficent!
No way!
Well, well, well. What have we here? If it isn't the wretched Keyblade holder and his pitiful lackeys.
What? Now you're gonna deal with me!
All in good time. I promise you'll be able to partake of my vengeance, but you must be patient.
Just what are you doing here, Maleficent?
Ah, Queen Minnie. Radiant as always. I'm here on a property venture. I want this castle for my own. However, it's a bit too bright for what I have in mind. I suppose I'll just have to fill every room with my personal touch of darkness.
You'd better stop right now if you know what's good for you.
Ooh, how frightening. Very well, I'll stop. Just as soon as the castle belongs to me.
What a hag.
Nothing like this has ever happened before. I looked through all the records in the library, but I couldn't find a single clue.
Oh! Huh? We should go ask somebody who knows lots of stuff that ain't in any book.
Merlin the Wizard!
Yes, that's perfect. Merlin just might know something about this mess. Let's ask his advice.
We saw him in Hollow Bastion, right?
Yeah, let's go.
So now we gotta go back to the world, to the place. Again, it's pretty much just a detour until you go off and get Merlin. You do have a save point, so you can pretty much just hop to and fro right here, but I don't know. Kinda padding if you ask me, but in the meantime, here's the Cornerstone of Light. I wonder what would happen if you broke it. And this is also me trying to get a thumbnail image, if I possibly can. No, that's... I might have to wind up using something else, but damn it, you can't position people in the right way. I don't trust this anymore. But anyway, pretty powerful stuff, and I think this room might hold a bit more importance later in the post-game-ater. But anyway, the reason why I'm going outside here is to test a certain new ability. Perhaps a familiar one. Look at this. We now have a team-up limit break with Donald and Goofy. We have 3 different moves. We have break time, Ultima, and of course a few other things here and there. But again, like with all limits, they pretty much use up your magic, but again, if you continue to complete them all, well, you get something pretty special. A familiar attack which, again, now that it has additional movesets, is actually quite useful. You have 3 different attacks. What you're seeing right now is Ultima, and of course, Trinity Limit. There we go, remember that from Kingdom Hearts 1? Now again, that is a much improved version of the Trinity Limit. And again, it's quite fun to use, so yeah, be prepared to see that a few more times. Let's see Ancient Donald in his ancient robely goodness. Like again, they don't specifically point out that it is Donald and Goofy. If it's meant to be them, I don't know, I guess it's meant to be like outfit evolution, but I mean, as far as I can tell, I didn't seem to wear any of these outfits in Union Cross, or like any of the ancient Keyblade kind of stuff, so I don't know, I guess either something for even further beyond in the past, or maybe it is meant to be their ancestors? I really don't know, and well, I mean, I suppose it's a mystery for another day. And I suppose before we conclude, I might as well dish out another bit of trivia while we continue to see more moves. And this, of course, goes into summons, because Woody and Buzz, tie into the Buzz Lightyear movie that came out recently, yeah, that was set to be summons in Kingdom Hearts 2, but due to Wright's fuckery with Pixar and the fact that Disney didn't own them, yet, yeah, they were pretty much dummied out, but they do still exist in the game code, so yeah, if you dig deep into the files of Kingdom Hearts 2, you'll find some untextured models of Woody and Buzz. I'm guessing their attack probably would have been kind of similar to the rocket attack from Kingdom Hearts 3 as one of your team-up attacks with them, but sadly they were dummied out and we'll never see them again. Until Kingdom Hearts 3, which is actually one of the better worlds in that game. For a multitude of reasons, everybody probably knows what I'm talking about, but involves young Xehanort. But that's about all the time we have, so enjoy the cutscene. I am Solidus-Skully, and next time in the Kingdom Hearts 2 commentary, well, things might be getting a little bit nostalgic. Catch you later.
Anybody home?
Merlin!
The castle's in danger!
What is all that racket? Oh, I thought... Oh, it's you. It looks like you've learned a bit since the last time I saw you.
Really?
Wait a minute! Let's talk about the problem! It's Maleficent! She's back!
Where? Inside the castle?
Yup, and Heartless too.
Oh dear.
Maleficent wants to send over the whole castle in order. She filled the whole of Cornerstone with tiny bags and she's getting afraid of what that. There's Heartless in every part of the castle. The queen is in danger. What?
Perhaps I'd better just see for myself. Interesting.
What's happening, Merlin?
This is not good. In fact, I'm afraid it's quite serious.
What's that?
My boy, that is a gateway to a special world. Someone in that world is responsible for what's going on in this castle. Of that, I'm certain.
Oh boy!
We knew we could count on you, Merlin.
Then we should go get him.
Wait a moment. The perpetrators must be stopped, of course, but there's something else to do first. Somewhere in that world, there should be another door that's identical to this one. I believe our enemies are utilizing that door. As long as it remains open, the castle will be in grave danger. Listen carefully, Sora. You must find that door, and when you do, lock it with your keyblade.
Got it.
You'll get down on us.
And now, one more thing. You're heading into a very special world. While you're there, the nature of that world may tempt you to do something dark. You must resist that temptation at all costs.
What do you mean?
You'll know soon enough. I have faith in you, my lads.